Hi everyone, welcome to an early morning start here at Stanstead Airport. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. As you can see, we have got some zippy little cargo trucks moving around the airport at the moment, and we're here with one of my all-time favourite aircrafts. This is the PMDG MD11. This is the F, the freight cargo version, and as you can see, we'll be flying for FedEx today. I fly for FedEx Virtual, so this is going to be one of my logged flights for this week. Looking at the the trucks moving around. We're here at Stanstead, as I say, and this is UK 2000 Stanstead Extreme. I purchased this, and it is absolutely stunning. But as you can see, the GSX is having a few issues today, so I've kind of given up with that. But as you can see, looking into the main cargo bay there, the majority of the cargo has been loaded, so we're just going to close the doors, seal the hatches, and start to make a move to our destination. Okay, welcome aboard. Here we are on the flight deck, just in the early hours of the morning. Let's just get these doors closed then. Good, they're all closing nicely. And we'll use the pushback function on the actual built-in aircraft one because, as I say, GSX is not loving this at the moment. I'm not sure why. It's very hit and miss for me at the moment. Right, we're here in a turnaround state, and as you can see, I have... we might just up the lighting a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing a little bit more. Do we have one on the glare shield? Let's just... There you go. You can see that a little bit better. Yeah, so we're here in the turnaround state. We're basically connected to external power. And let's just get this whirring. So let's get our IRSs aligning. I have also sorted out fuel. We'll be taking about 27,000 kilograms of fuel today. And our destination, which you've probably been hanging on to, is Stockholm. Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha, and I have the Orbex Stockholm Airport scenery, so that should be a bit of a treat as well. We might as well get the APU started as we're there. We might as well get some lights sorted as we're here. So let's get the logo light on, the beacon on, and the nav can stay off for the moment. And everything is looking good. Just double check that emergency lights are armed. They are, that's good. Seatbelts can go on. They go on auto, it's okay. We're not actually doing a passenger route this time, so it's not too bad. Right. As the APU is coming on, let's get this IRS aligned. Let's get to initiate. Let's initialize the IRS. Boop. Sorted. Lovely. Let's clear that down. Right, I've done a route as I usually do in PFPX, so it will be Echo Golf Sierra Sierra to Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha 02, I think it was. Yeah, there we go, it's found it. Great. Flight number today will be so we're doing a charter, so it's CHA 3317. And cruise altitude will be 35,000. Let's just get the position ref if it wants that. Oh, that's all done. That's fine. Let's go back to the initialization. Cost index for these would be 90, which is fine. Next page. So fuel, as I say, is going to have 27,000 kilograms. Takeoff gross weight will be, let's just bring that up here so you can see a little bit of it. 185.4. Takeoff center of gravity will be, if I'm looking at the load manager, will be 27.8. Boop. And the zero fuel weight center of gravity will be 23.4. And you get that from the load manager, which comes with the aircraft, which I've got on the other screen. and that is looking spiffing. Right, let's just have a look at this plan then. Okay, so if we go to EGSS and we'll pick our SID. Now, looking at PFPX, we are going from runway 22. And we are using the CLN1E. That one. Nice. So we'll insert that into our flight plan. And there's the SID. Wow, it's quite a big SID, isn't it? And there's the top of climb. And then we'll come back into Stockholm. And it's only a short flight. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. So we'll do our start as we're already here. And on the start, we'll be coming into runway 8 by the looks of it. Yes, runway 8. Where's runway 8? There's no ILS, so runway localizer for 8, okay. And we'll be coming in on ELT06S, that's the one. Minimum, I think. Oh, I'll have to double check that. I'll put 500 in for the moment, but that might well be more. I don't know what the elevation is of the airport. I'll have to check that in flight, but that's fine. So that's in there. Let's go to the actual flight plan. Okay. I'm just going to clear that out of the way. And then I'm going to clear that discontinuity out of the way. So we go into Elton and Balvi, then we need to get rid of that one as well. And then we've got a nice... Yeah, looking good. Right. Good stuff. Right. So, flaps will be going... Takeoff flaps will be 15. We'll dial those into the aircraft. Slope and wind will be 0 and 0. There's no slope runways in FSX or P3D. Outside air temperature is currently 10 degrees Celsius, which I'm looking at active sky for that. And that gives us our V speed. So 135 will be V1, rotate will be 137, and V2 will be 157. Lovely. Right, that's done. Good. Right, let's just get APU gen on, get the APU power on, and we'll get the APU air on as well, which is good. The external power will automatically disconnect, but I can disconnect that as well. Good, we are almost ready for that set up to the heading of the runway, which is good. We'll just set the speed to 250 as well, get that programmed in. We're not on ATC, so we'll go straight up to 35,000, get that programmed in. Switch that to that and that. Lovely. Good. Right, we are good for pushback. And let's just give GSX one more chance. No. GSX does not want to play ball, which is fine. Okay. Never mind then, GSX. You had your moment, and you decided not to play ball. So disconnect power and disconnect air. Good. Awesome. And that is down disconnected. We're now on the APU. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's just get the ignition selected. We can also get ourselves... Where is the auxiliary pump? It's very difficult in this. It's still quite dark, you know. Can we just bump the... Is there a floodlight on here? So we can actually see the buttons rather than just... Yeah, it's not really lighting it up too well. As I say, it's early morning. It is currently coming up to 6 AM British summertime, so... But it's 5 AM Zulu time or GMT. So the sun should be coming up in the next half hour or so. So we should get a nice sunrise. We'll be flying at dawn, which is always a nice time to fly. Right, let's get this sorted then. Get ourselves a pushback. We are going to go straight. We want to get the nose turned to the right. We'll go 55 degrees. Thank you. Yeah.
And ground, cockpit.
Go ahead, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air are clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Release parking brake, please.
Release parking brake. Parking brake released.
Okay, parking brake is off, cleared to push.
Brakes off, here we go.
And we're rolling back. There's nothing much to see. We don't get connected off without GSX, so that's the thing. Right, let's just get these... check everything. Oh, it's so dark. So dark. That's checked. APU air is on. Good. Right, let's get engine 3 warmed up. Watching on here now for 22, and then we'll flick the fuel in. You can hear her starting to rumble into life. There we go. Flick the fuel on. She's away, and just going to let her stabilize for a second, but while she's doing that, parking brake set. Don't know why that reset my view.
Set and pressure's normal.
Okay, sir, tow bar is off, pin is out, watch the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Roger that, have a good flight.
That's all lovely, isn't it? Right, 24, let's dump the fuel into engine 2. Engine 3 is now stabilised, which is good. All looking rather good. Yeah, it's quite dark, isn't it? But if you look over here, you can see it lightens up. Dark. Light side. Dark side. Light side. Obviously that's east. You could, I'm sure you probably worked that out straight away. Here she comes. She's firing up now. Yep, she's looking good. Let's fire up engine 1. 22. Flicking the fuel. That is all good and groovy. So we got 2 good starts. It looks like we're going to have... temperatures coming up as well. I'm not going to move until this is nicely warmed up. You can see the stabilizer trim. We can move that up a little bit now that we've got hydraulics because the engines are going. Lovely. 5 will be perfect. When it comes to the flaps, as I said, we've got a dial-in setting here, and as you can see, it's, well, you can't really see. There's a little dial there which is sticking over to 15. So if I click there. There you go, it goes into dialer flap and it will go to 15 as that's what we've selected. We put auto brakes to take off. Engine 1 is warming up, and we can arm the speed brakes. Engine 1 is nicely warmed. Good, good, good. So APU can go off. APU gen will also click off. Let's get the side lights on. Let's get the nose light on. Let's get some nav lights. Oh, they were already on, sorry. Good. We are ready to rock and roll. Yeah, so let's start taxiing over to runway 22, which is our departure runway. Right, brakes off, let's go. Got an EasyJet just taking off in front of us. There she goes. Quite a gentle takeoff, as you can see. The one thing you'll notice about the this MD11 is that when she takes off, my goodness, she can go almost vertical. She's got a ridiculous amount of power. I absolutely love it. Flying out Stanstead, one of my my local airport. Come on, that's a Ryanair flight. They don't wait, they just roll straight on and go. Not that realistic, this AI. I think this is World of AI. You can get it free and download all the base packs. Some of the liveries obviously may be out of date now, since I downloaded them probably about 6 months ago. But it's still pretty good. There she goes. V1. Rotate. I've no idea what speed she's doing. Oh, she's going fairly down the runway. There she goes. Right. Rather than sitting and watching, let's get rolling into position. Give a quick glance to see if anything's coming. We'll just hop into the co-pilot seat. Nah. All looks good. Yeah, so I thought we'd do a night-day kind of takeoff. Here you get the early morning dawn as well, which is always nice. But you get the evening lights, so you can see all the aircraft, all the lights from the street lights, that kind of thing as well. Runway lights. Makes a change. We haven't done an evening flight for a while, so I thought that's what we'd do. Right, in position. Just hold here for a second. Lights on. Make sure TCAS is on. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and TCAS on. Auto brake, that's armed. Flaps are in. Configuration, we are set to go. Ready? Right, let's dial this in then. Bring the power in. Let's go. Speed alive.
Knots.
80 knots now. He was a bit presumptuous, but that's okay.
V1, rotate.
Rotates.
Positive rate.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up.
Okay, flying it manually at the moment. Got the moon in front. Coming up to 2,000 feet, so I'll switch on the autopilot, give myself a nice easy ride. Heading nav, so that's VNav, nav. Okay. As we skirt around Stanstead, the sun is about to rise, and as you can see, we're at 3,000-ish feet. We've got some restrictions in here as we work the way through the SID, but as soon as we get to Artov, we are going vertical almost. Well, not really. It's quite a gentle climb. Going up to 35,000, which is our cruise. Let's start bringing in some of this flap, shall we? Okay, the sun is starting to peek over the horizon, as you can see. We're still flying this SID. Let's go to that. I tried to maybe override it, but no. We're going to get to CLN, and then we can go up to 10,000, and then we can begin our climb. But at the moment, we have got some restrictions on, so we've got to fly to the restrictions at the end of the day. That's the way it is. See them, some of the streets down there. It's probably the A11. Oh, what a beautiful sunrise. Flying towards the sun. Nothing better. There we go. We're now climbing up to the next stage, which is 6,000. And then we're going to hold here until we get to the next waypoint, and then we'll be away. Beautiful. Okay, finally we're starting our climb out as we come over the coast. Look at that. Beautiful. Weird, quite thick looking clouds today, but we're over 10,000, so lights can come off. Seatbelt things could come off, but I'm not really worried about that at the moment. Let's just clean up a little bit. So, and auto brakes can come off. Can disarm the speed brakes for the moment. There we go, coming up for 12,000 feet. Yeah, that would explain why the Ryanair and the EasyJet had such a gentle climb out of the airport. It's because obviously the restriction on the way out. So we're coming over the east of England coast now. And we're turning north towards Sweden. So going to cross over the channel up to Sweden and into Stockholm. So we're going to continue up into the cruise, and we'll do a little bit of scenic stuff to music, and then you'll join me for the descent and final approach. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the next few moments. Hi everyone, welcome back. We have begun our descent into Stockholm. Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha. It's very cloudy today. I've checked on Flight Radar 24, and although the wind is coming from 80 degrees heading, aircraft are currently landing on 1 left, which is obviously 10 degrees on the old compass. So I have selected runway 1 left because that is what they are currently flying in this weather, and that's the landing runway they are using. It's asking me to add some drag, so let me just add some drag by putting the speed brakes out. So we should be 10,000 when we come up to this part here. We are now coming through 17,000. And descending into the cloud. It's lovely. The cloud I use is Active Sky 16 with Active Sky Cloud Art, or ASCA as it's commonly known. Yeah, I do have Rex and soft clouds, but I'm using ASCA at the moment, and I'm quite liking it. There are a few things, you know, when it's sometimes not perfect, but you know, when is anything ever perfect. So no, I'm quite enjoying it. Look at that. That's a lovely break in the cloud there. That's lovely. Right. Coming down to 16,000. What we need to do, this would be our path. Obviously, we need to hit the next one, which is Nylug, which will be 12,500. We're now coming through 16,000. So we're, yeah, that's why they want to add drag. We're a little bit behind on our descent, but nothing to worry about. And then we got 8,000, 5,000, and we'll be coming in to runway 1. So we'll be hitting 2,500, which I'll put it down to. And then we'll stick the localizer and the auto land on. If it's going to be this thick fog, then this thick cloud, then I'll let the aircraft land it. One thing we do need to do is set our approach. We've currently got 35, flaps 35, which will give us a VREF of 143 and a VAP of 148, which is fine. We could go to flaps 50. Just having a look at the wind speeds, 6 knots. I think flap 35 should be okay. No, let's go to flap 50. Why not? We'll go for a full on. So that changes it to 145 and a 140. Good. So that's set. The other thing we can do is set our auto brakes. We'll set those to medium. So we do have quite a heavy load of cargo on. Look at that. Beautiful. Good old Orbex ground sceneries. You can see the hedgerows and the trees. Oh my goodness, they're brown. We have now switched over to autumn textures. That's always a depressing thing in the sim. When you move away from the beautiful lush greens of the summer textures, now we're in the greens and browns of autumn. Although autumn is my favourite month, so I don't mind too much. But that is a lot of cloud. That is a lot of cloud. 13,000 feet now. So we come around there. We're about 10,000. Sorry, we're about 1,000 feet off where we'd ideally like to be. Now we're coming down to 10,000 feet. We obviously need to get below 250 knots. Okay, we're coming through 10,000 feet now and down to 245 knots. So we go slats extended. We can stick the lights on. Good. 10,000 feet. QNH here is 997. There we go, I just adjusted that. 997. Into the cloud we will go. Okay, the localizer's alive. You can see that little purple diamond at the bottom there. Let's just arm speed brakes and spoilers. So here's the airport here. We just need to make this turn and then we should begin our final descent from 5,000. There we go. So you can see the glide slope coming in here, and here's the localizer here. Speed is dropping down. We can now take flaps 20.
Flaps 28.
28 even. And the alarm to drop the landing gear. Okay, here we are. We are still descending down to 2,500 feet. We can take flaps 50.
Flaps 50.
And this is where we're coming in on the instrument landing, because clearly we're at 4,000 feet and we can't see anything on the ground. Okay, we are coming to the last waypoint now. We should be able to catch the glide slope any second. And there we are, rumbling in. Still can't see anything. It's always the way. Do you know what? The number of times I've flown into this airport since I bought the scenery in Orbec's 40% sale it had last month, and it's always been a nice approach. I come to record, the weather sets in, and it's foggy. So what Active Sky is telling me, it's foggy, and I can believe it. Brilliant. I'm trying to give you a lovely approach in.
2500.
2500? We captured the glide slope and we are now descending below 2500. Still yet to see the airport. Just coming to 2000 feet. Oh, just starting to make out the lights at the end of the runway. Thank heavens for that. We are getting close to the runway. Yes, I can see them now. The Pape lights are right there. Good stuff. They're drifting in and out of the fog. Goodness me. I wouldn't like to do this landing in these conditions in real life, that's for sure. But the
1000.
oh, finally! You can start to see how beautiful this scenery is at the last second. Look at it. Oh, all the autumn trees, but we're coming in now to runway 1 left. Over the woods. See, it's normally a lovely approach in, and you can see how beautiful the scenery is, but yeah, you only get a last gasp, unfortunately.
500.
500.
400.
400.
I'm going to let the aircraft land itself. We got this close.
Minimum.
300.
I'd like to have taken control further back so I could have got a feel for her, but
Minimum.
200.
at this stage I'm going to let her do it. We're coming in now. You'll see the thrust on the screen. That'll go to idle, and that's when I need to
100.
lock the throttles.
50. 40.
50.
There we go, retard.
20.
30.
10.
20.
And we are down. Spoilers deployed. Go for reversers. There you go, 60 knots. Manual braking will come off at this ramp here. Bring in the flaps.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, let's get these lights off. And we are going this way to the right. Lights are off. We are now heading down Zulu, which will take us back parallel to the runway you've just landed on to the cargo area. But look at the scenery, isn't it gorgeous? We'll be doing some flights out of here for sure. For the old SAS and the old Norwegian Airlines here. Good old SAS and Norwegian. It's gorgeous. Let's get the flaps retracted. Ah, look over there. That looks like the little J41 turboprop. I've got that from PMDG, and PMDG have announced that they are now porting that beautiful little turboprop over to P3D for realsies, which is going to be quite exciting. It's one of those little aircraft which I had for ages and never really given it the time it needs to learn. You can see the cargo terminal over there with the DHLs. We could have taken this one, but we'll take the next one. And that will be another delivery for FedEx completed. Wonderful. So yeah, I'm really enjoy doing cargo rather than passengers. I don't know why. I just enjoy delivering cargo rather than being an airbusser. I like to be an air trucker. Yeah, it's just me. Okay, here we go. Coming into the cargo terminal now. You can see we've got some DHL over here. Ah, this is us. GSX wants to play ball here, which is lovely. Yeah, so welcome to Arlanda Stockholm. And this is the Orbex scenery, as I said. I got it in the sale recently. We've got a 747 parked over there. And I have to say, it's one of the best airport sceneries I've seen in a while. It's absolutely gorgeous. I guess I come down here. Oh, I see. Don't see the marshaller. Oh, yes, I do. He's over near the orange doors. There you go, slightly out. Parking brake on. APU we should have got on earlier, which we forgot. The marshal will just give us a little nod to let us know where he wants us to cut the engines first. But yes, welcome to Arlanda Stockholm. Look at this. This is the cargo section. Obviously, this is the FedEx. It's got Post Nord there. But this is the one the Post FedEx is going to be sharing for this round. Anyway, we've got the beautiful DHL 757s over there. Beautiful aircraft, that is. Don't see many of those about these days, sadly. Not as many as you used to, anyway. Okay then, guys, we will leave it there. We have successfully delivered another shipment of FedEx Express cargo, whatever it is. Whatever wonders are in these locked chests, we don't know. We just ship it from A to B. But there we go, another successful delivery. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that as well. Thanks for flying with us today. Have a safe onward journey, and I hope to see you in Flight Simulator very soon.